recently extended the student loan payment freeze to May of 2022. So what does this extension mean for borrowers? Local financial professional Brian Mirau from Mirau Capital Management joins us now with more. Brian, what does an extension to that student loan payment program freeze mean for borrowers?
Well, Mark, President Biden recently announced the federal student loan payments are going to remain on hold through May 1st of 2022. The hold was originally set to expire on January 31st. Now, federal student loan payments have been paused, meaning that those in the repayment phase of their loan are not necessarily required to make their regular payments, and also their balance is not accruing interest at this time. Now, the freeze is meant to bring some financial relief to more than 40 million student loan borrowers still navigating the financial impact of the pandemic.
Well, Brian, student debt is still at an all-time high. How much are we owing in student loans?
Well, Mark, our national student loan debt has soared to over $1.7 trillion. More than half of students have to borrow money to go to college, and their average student loan debt in 2020 was nearly $38,000. Now, student loans are not just a young person's problem. Older Americans are taking on student debt even faster than their younger counterparts. More than 3 million Americans over the age of 60 are still paying off student loans. And the average student loan debt for those in their 50s and 60s is more than $30,000. And this is a huge concern for those near or in retirement who may have to pay off student loans while they're living on a fixed income.
So what should student loan borrowers do in the meantime?
Well, Mark, there's two things. The first thing you want to do is you want to make your payments. It's important to remember that these extensions were meant for those who are financially struggling to kind of help keep their head above water. Now, if you're able to, you want to keep making your student loan payments. You don't want to get hit with a late payment fee or worse, go into a default situation. And you can set up an automatic withdrawal to avoid missing a payment. And a lot of the student loan servicers out here, they actually give you a small interest rate break for setting up an auto pay. Now, if you are struggling financially, you want to consider taking advantage of the freeze. A calculator can help you get a realistic idea of how much student loan debt that you're taking on and actually how long it's going to take you to pay it off. And we actually have one on our website at miraucapital.com. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to continue to focus on the future. Graduates will regret it later if they put off saving for retirement until they've paid off their student loans. There's not a better person to take care of that older person we're going to someday be than the younger person we are today. So it's crucial to continue to set money aside and take advantage of the magic of compound interest and time. And we recommend saving at least 10% of your salary in your employer-sponsored 401k plan. Now, if you cannot manage that, you want to consider contributing at least enough to get the company match.
Brian Mirau with Mirau Capital, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I appreciate the advice.
All right, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Now, if you're looking for